Hi, and welcome everybody to another edition of the Winner's Circle Sports Betting Podcast. It's Wednesday, December 29th. It's our NFL betting edition. As always, I'm Ross Benjamin, your host, and I'm joined by my guest every Wednesday, Mr. Chip Chirimbes of chipwins.com. Chip, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and all of the above.
Same to you, Ross, and make sure we have a healthy and happy New Year, and we'll provide the wealth each and every day.
All right, so we're going to talk about the NFL today, and boy, oh boy, we're getting down to the nitty gritty, the last 2 weeks of the NFL, some key divisional matchups, games with playoff implications, and we're going to talk about a couple of them, and we're going to start with the Washington and Philadelphia game on Sunday, and Chip has a interesting take on that game and a free pick for you.
I do, and you know, Ross, the NFL's been so good to us. We had, like I said, an 8-week run where we had our best bet each and every Sunday. This past Sunday for me, ran into a brick wall, 1-3, lost my best bet, and also got beat on Saturday with a best bet with Arizona. So it was really a very, very stressful weekend for us. I'm sorry about the holidays, but we got more coming up right now. We don't quit, you know that. And by the way, the Las Vegas sportsbooks had their biggest winning month in sports book history in November, and that was after they crushed us in September and October. So, you know, we had said to everyone that eventually it was a comeback to our side, and it did big time. And now they gave me a little slap in the face last Sunday. But don't worry about it, because we're going to build your bankroll with an early game right here, Washington and Philadelphia. Philadelphia's won their last 3, Ross, and all 3 of them are going over. They've been an over team all year, and this Washington team has been an under team, more or less, because we really don't know who's quarterbacking. They've been built on defense to start with. As a matter of fact, Ross, they've gone 4-0 to the under at home in the last 4 times as an underdog, and 13-3 to the under against teams with winning records. And what this tells me is that when they're playing better competition, they get geared up, and they're going to look to control and protect the ball a little bit more. They had trouble with that against Philadelphia last time they played them. I know that. But, you know, Philadelphia's been an over team, and I told you a stat that only you would enjoy. They're 55-24, Ross, to the under after they scored 30 points or more the previous week. So the Eagles soar and they fly high when they win, but they come down and get grounded the next time out. I'm playing this game between Philadelphia and Washington under the total.
Yeah, and you got a defense in Washington that really got embarrassed last week, giving up over 50 against Dallas. And like Chip has said, I should say, they hang their head on their defensive play. So that's a very proud defense with a lot of talent, and look for them to bounce back this week with a huge effort. I agree with Chip there on his assessment of the under, especially since the bettors will probably go over the total in this game, majority of them, because just on the fact that Philly being an over team, like Chip said, and Washington giving up 54 points last week against Dallas. Who saw that coming? Wow. Anyway, I'm going to take a look at the Kansas City at Cincinnati game, talk about playoff implications. Well, Kansas City, now, here's the thing. They've clinched the AFC West with 2 games left to play. They're 11-4. They're currently 1 game ahead of the Tennessee Titans for the number 1 seed in the AFC, okay? I don't think Kansas City at this point really is going to feel unconfident if they have to go on the road in the playoffs. I'm not suggesting that would be the case, but especially without Derrick Henry, if they gotta go on the road to play Tennessee, if Tennessee ends up capturing the number 1 seed, I think they'll have more than a legitimate chance to win that game. Having said that, the Chiefs come in having won 8 in a row. They've covered the last 6. They're on a nice roll. And Cincinnati, 9-6, coming off that huge win over Baltimore last week. Great game by Joe Burrow, throwing for over 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Bengals lead the AFC North, folks. Yes, with 2 weeks left to play, and with a win on Sunday, they can clinch the AFC North. Now, if they lose that game, now anything could happen. It could be Baltimore, it could be them, it could be Cleveland even winning the AFC North. And by the way, Cincinnati travels to Cleveland in the final week, final Sunday, I should say, of the regular season. So my point with all this is there's going to be a higher degree of desperation and urgency, in my humble opinion, displayed by the Cincinnati Bengals, as opposed to the Kansas City Chiefs, who now could take a deep breath and say, well, we captured the AFC West. We're one game ahead of Tennessee. And remember this, folks, the line in this game, KC is laying 5.5. Like I've said on many occasions, a wise man told me a long time ago, when you see a line of 5 or 5.5 for us, try to find an excuse to use the underdog. And I always try to do so. I don't always pull the trigger, but this time I'm going to. I like the Cincinnati Bengals here, plus the 5.5 at home over Kansas City. And Chip Chirimbes, he likes the Washington and Philadelphia game to go under the total of 45 on Sunday. Chip, what do you got going on at your site? Anything big coming up the folks should know about?
Well, of course, with the bowl games here, we got college game of the year on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. But NFL Sunday, Megabucks ready to start rolling again. Two big games up there, Ross. We talked about it earlier. And like I said, flipping a coin, we don't care if it lands on its side because we got the winner either way we go.
There you go. If it lands on its side, call me, take a picture, and we got a scoop. Anyway, 14-7 for me the last 5 Sundays in the NFL. College football on the 31-20 roll, little over 60%. Not bad, folks, for that big a sample size. Also, college basketball on a nice 11-4 roll. My 10-star top plays, 12-7 with my last 19 college basketball 10-star top plays, which are the equivalent of Chip's megabuck plays, or what other people may term as their best bets. 82-53 dating back to 2019. That's good for 61%. Again, you could find my daily, weekly, monthly packages all at rbwins.com, or you can call me direct, 781-571-0299. I employ no salespeople. You'll talk to me only, and I accept all major credit cards. Any final thoughts, Chip?
No, now it's the big games and the big money around the line, Ross. These are the games you can step out and play with confidence. Give us a call and to be able to make yourself a beautiful New Year's Day winner.
And your phone number again, Chip, for the listeners.
Thank you, Ross. You can text me at 702. That's the Vegas number. That part's easy. 702-931-CHIP, 702-931-2447.
Very good. That's Chip Chirimbes. Again, you can find Chip, chipwins.com, or you can type in the aplay.com, which he's been known for many, many years. And again, you could find me at rbwins.com. Until the next time, we would like to wish each and every one of you a very happy and safe New Year. And until the next time, again, folks, good luck, God bless, and take care.